the first woman to be created and the first to rebel against the patriarchal system. Lilith, woman, goddess, or demon. The myth of Lilith, of a malicious and demonic nature, has its origins in Babylonian culture, enduring in the tradition of the Hebrews and in the wisdom books considered apocryphal. The legend also forms part of other doctrines, such as astrology and mysticism. There are references in a collection of sacred books belonging to Judaism, in the Book of Splendor, a 13th century Kabbalistic literature, and in the Torah, the 5 books of Moses. With confusing texts, they involve the character. In the most widespread version, Lilith was created by God, just like Adam, molded from mud and clay. In the Kabbalistic imagination, Lilith, in truth, was created from black dust, feces, and mud. They were the only inhabitants of the Garden of Eden. Thus, the first woman to exist is not Eve, as stated in the Christian sacred texts. Because she was created in the same way as Adam, Lilith demanded equality. In the Aramaic and Hebrew versions of Ben Sira from the 6th or 7th century, a book of great influence in Jewish liturgy, every time Adam and Lilith had sex, she questioned why she had to be underneath Adam. Why must I be underneath you? Why must I spread myself over your body? Why should I be dominated by you? Yet, I too was made from dust, and thus I am equal. But Adam refused to listen to her questions. Seeing that she would not be appeased in her inquiries, Lilith rebelled and in vain pronounced the name of God. Then she rebelled and abandoned the garden. At that moment, the sun bid farewell and night took over Eden. God, in an attempt to convince her to return, sent 3 angels to fetch her, Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael. But Lilith refused to return to a life of inferiority and submission. She said, I was created from the same material as Adam. Thus, I have the same powers. But my Creator already knew that this would be the fate. So let the fate be confirmed. I will stay in the Red Sea. For one day the children of Jehovah will have to cross it, and I will be there to help many generations from now. For challenging man and profaning the name of God, Lilith was punished, becoming a creature of darkness. Adam, feeling the pain of abandonment and rejection for the first time, fell into a deep sleep. God, moved by his loneliness and sadness, then created Eve to be his companion. Unlike Lilith, Eve was created from Adam's rib and accepted her role of submission, officially becoming the first wife of Adam and the mother of humanity. Lilith exiled herself in the Red Sea, the abode of demons and evil spirits, resentful of God for believing she had suffered an injustice. She became the lover of Samael, the lord of the forces of evil, giving birth to a lineage of demonic children. According to Hebrew texts, God punished her by killing all her children out of vengeance. Lilith declared war on the heavens and mankind. Lilith and Samael reigned together over all the misfortunes that afflict humanity. Were they responsible for the murder of Abel by Cain, the sterility of men and women, abortions, illnesses in children, marital discord, and adulteries? Some theories depict that the serpent who deceived Eve and Adam was, in fact, Lilith. After her exile, she returns to Eden as a demon, in the form of a serpent, trying to persuade Eve to eat the forbidden fruit, leading all of humanity into sin. With cunning, Lilith instills in Eve the desire to have rights not through the use of men, but like those of God himself. Within the texts included in the Holy Bible, there is no verse that portrays the story of Lilith. The only possible reference is in Isaiah chapter 34, verse 14, where the passage says, "Desert creatures will meet with hyenas, and wild goats will bleat to each other. There the night creatures will also lie down and find for themselves places of rest." The original word translated as night creatures has the same etymological root as Lilith. According to some theorists, the word Lilith would have been suppressed from the Bible and always translated as night beings or night creatures. The serpent is only identified as the devil. It is not certain whether texts that mentioned Lilith were indeed banned from the original version of the Holy Bible by the Church. In the medieval period, Lilith was widely cited among peasant superstitions, such as wearing an amulet with the names of the 3 angels responsible for bringing them back to Eden, as well as waking up a husband who was smiling during sleep, as he was likely being seduced by her. Lilith has been represented for centuries as the mother of succubi, queen of evil, queen of the night, the wife of Satan, and the Black Moon. The figure of Lilith as the Black Moon appears in history with various names and diverse aspects, varying according to culture. In most of these depictions, Lilith is a female-looking night demon. Thus, she represents a powerful phasie used in astrology to establish a connection between stars, signs, and cosmic points. Considered a very strong celestial point, for astrologers, Lilith, with her feminine presence in the astrological chart, symbolizes lasting dissatisfaction, bringing many frustrated expectations. Her figure also conveys the image of failures and voids that never seem to be filled or overcome. Lilith represents a great energy that emits and captures vibrations in general, extremely heavy energy exchanges that can wear down those who are part of them. The dark presence of the moon is powerful and can frighten those under its influence. She brings about complicated situations, such as love difficulties, family disputes, and crises among friends. But they tend to be temporary. There are various interpretations of the meanings of Lilith, such as the Black Moon, but it is agreed upon by scholars that she represents an area of constant dissatisfaction, revealing experiences of great attempts, yet great failures, when some plans happen in complete opposition to what was expected. In tarot, she is associated with the Moon card, the 18th card. Her dark face is linked to states of the soul's sleep, the domain of illusions and magic practices. It is also associated with intuition, shadows, and the feminine essence. This card, just like in astrology, portrays false illusions, expressing many doubts, confusion, and extreme difficulty in discernment. It leads to the reading of many aspects of life in a hazy manner. On the other hand, this card can have its positive side, indicating that something may be born, a project, a work, or even representing a pregnancy. It is a favorable card for artists, as the moon privileges creativity and imagination. The energy exposed by the Black Moon typically causes overload and emotional disturbances. Some astrologers believe that Lilith can act as a kind of antenna in individuals, connecting with various energies, psychic phenomena, or even mediumship. Lilith emerged as a personification of a strong, active, independent feminine aspect of great courage and self-confidence. She carries within her the characteristics of the great goddess, often associated with Mother Earth, represented as a generous personification of a generative goddess present in pagan cultures and religions. Later, she embodies a negative femininity, liberated by her pains and angers. Lilith transforms into numerous lunar goddesses, archetypes of uncontrollable underworld forces, representing the Black Moon. Lilith, the first woman to exist, the lady of perfect creation until claiming equality, the unyielding intellectual, warrior, sexually active female figure, is the representation of a great goddess, a feminine demon, the moon. Her steps are followed by the sun and the earth, and thus, she influences the night and day, men and women. Her active and independent personality of great courage is an inspiring point for any contemporary woman. And you? Did you enjoy learning a little more about the various representations that surround Lilith's story? Leave your opinion in the comments. We would love to know what you think about it.